Hello, welcome to my world. It is the 5th day, no, sorry, 6th. Sorry. Hope you had a great 4th of July. We actually did. Um, Family was all over at the pool the whole day. It's been in the 90s, really hot. Praise God for the pool. Barbecued. My husband bought a new smoker and did ribs, chicken on the smoker. Wow, delish. We had more food. It looked like we were feeding an army, but just had the whole family here. Had a great day, and then yesterday, my older daughter, and her family are up at their family camp. Well, they were until last night. I'll get to that. But so yesterday morning, my younger daughter and her husband came over, and the four of us, my husband and I, and went to a very fancy little bistro kind of restaurant down in the city so I could have eggs Benedict. I will just say this. I love diners, and you can't beat diner food. And I said I wanted to go. There's two specific diners here locally that make you go in for breakfast and you get a platter of food, like, and eggs Benedict is my favorite. Go to this fancy place, and they put this plate in front of me, and I was like, what? Wait a minute, what's this? I mean, eggs Benedict is slathered in holiday sauce, okay? This had a dollop. They had been broiled, so it looked like a brown dot on the top of the poached egg with a lot of increments around it, I'm like, and then my home fries were I had about this much, and it was mostly onions and some potatoes scattered in. That was my breakfast, and I was like, okay, no, never again. We had a wonderful time being together and hanging out, but the food, give me diner food. I was not well. I drove, believe it or not, because driving makes me feel better, but my head was really bad yesterday, really bad. Came back, hung out at the pool, then a new sandwich place had opened up near us, so my daughter and son-in-law went and got sandwiches for all of us for dinner. So 2 full days of hanging out with my daughter and son-in-law, which was really nice, because I said to my husband, I go, when I was in my 20s, the last thing I ever would have done was hung out with my parents, or my mother. I didn't have parents. And he said, I know, right? And I go, the fact that they love hanging out with us, we're doing something right, because so today she has to work from home, even though it's a Saturday. And besides, it's cloudy and sprinkling on and off. And tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful again, so we were hoping to go to the beach tomorrow, do a beach day. Don't know now, because my older daughter drove in from camp with the 3 younger grandchildren. She needed to do laundry. She needed to do some shopping, run errands. She wanted to mow the lawn. She just wanted to regroup at home. And probably will drive back up Monday morning. So that being said, probably will not go to the beach, because going to the beach with 3 young children is not relaxing. It's work. Any of you who have children know that. So I'm waiting. She's on her way over right now to drop off my granddaughter and my grandson Preston. My oldest grandson stayed up at camp with his father. And then she's taking Wesley, the baby, back home, putting him down for a nap, and that's when she'll be able to do some laundry, mow the lawn, catch up around the house. And then she's going to come back over after the baby wakes up from his nap. So they're on their way over. Even though they were told it's going to rain, she said, Mom, they have not stopped asking to see you. The whole time we've been up at camp, it's, when can we go home and see Gammy? When can we go see Gammy? And my granddaughter, she's a little laney. My daughter Brittany, and now I got a granddaughter like me, both of them, just like me. We have no filter. We say what we think. Said to her grandmother at camp, I wish Gammy was here and not you. Yeah. that must have broke her heart hearing that. And of course, Olivia got reprimanded for saying something mean like that, but Libby doesn't know any better. She just says what she's thinking. She told my Yuta one day, "You smell like a dog. You smell like a dog." She didn't mean it to be mean. She was just stating fact. I'm like, oh my God. Go on, Olivia. Honey, sometimes you gotta check your mouth at the door. So anyway, they're very excited about seeing me, and I saw them a week ago today. It's been a week since I've seen them. That does my heart good that they miss me so much, because I miss them. All right, back to where I'm at. Week 10? I think I'm in week 10 of only 0.25 of Klonopin. Have my moments. Nothing different than when I was on the Klonopin, though. I think the heat and the change in the barometer, I've said this in the past, and I'm even more certain of it, affects my male debarkment and my fogginess, because my head was really bad yesterday. So bad. I felt like I was in outer space. Today, not bad. Having moments of anxiety, though. Little flashes of just feeling this unsettled, but I just say it's anxiety and push it aside. I had more tingling in my feet. I had a little aggravation of my symptoms since it's gotten really hot. So I don't know if one has anything to do with the other. Clearly, I don't stay out of the sun. I'm in the pool constantly. What else? Oh, so I met a woman for lunch the other day. I had met her online on an MDS board, and lo and behold, she lives near me. So she's moving to Virginia in the next month or two, and she texted me out of the blue the other day and said, "Listen, I want to meet you. Can we meet?" And I said, "Sure." So we met for lunch. That would have been Wednesday. Excuse me. I think Wednesday we met for lunch, and she's only in her 40s. She's in her early 40s. Eyelash in my eye. Sorry. Got it. And boy, she got problems. I mean, she's got a lot of illness, and she was tested for Lyme and told it wasn't Lyme, of course. And but we were laughing because we have seen almost all the same doctors, the same neurologists, same ENTs, because we both live locally. And we're comparing notes. Oh, I saw that one, and what did he do? Oh, yeah, I had a 48-hour EEG too. And I mean, but the more she talked and presented, I heard my grandkids. She's got Lyme. I'm more certain for her than I was for me. I said, "You've got Lyme disease. I am not a doctor, but I am telling you, you got to send your blood into IGeneX and find a Lyme literate medical, because you've got Lyme disease." And so she went home, and I said, "Just research it and read about it, because oh my goodness." She texted me that night, and she goes, "Well, thanks for nothing, because now I'm flipping out. I did what you told me to do, and you're right. It sounds like I have Lyme disease. And that's why I'm losing my mind and she's got diabetes now. She's got high cholesterol, hypertension. She's on medications for all these things." She was naming off all these medications. I'm like, holy cow, you are only 40. And she said she's 42. I'm like, sweetheart, I'm 60, and I don't take anything. I take a Klonopin and LDN. I don't take anything for any of these things. I'm like, wow, she's sick. So, hope she gets tested and gets some help, because she's one sick young woman. meeting with another friend that lives locally who I met on the MDDS board. She had surgery over a month ago, almost 2 months now, I think. Dehiscence of the canal. Am I saying that right? I don't know. She traveled, I think, to Texas. Her daughter is an RN, is training to be a PA. So her daughter traveled with her because she wanted to see, was it Texas? I don't know. She went to see the best of the best of the best. And she had the surgery, recouped, and has been home now for a while. And she said she is seeing improvement. They think that that was the cause of her dizziness because she had to quit her job. She had to go on total disability. And she had a great job. I mean, made a lot of money and could not work because of the constant waving and dizzy and bobbing, and that's how I met her. So anyway, I'm meeting with her for lunch next week, too. So that all being said, I'm living, I'm doing things, I'm going out, I'm seeing people. I went to church Sunday morning at my old church. Have not done that in 2 years. Went to church back at my old church on a Sunday morning, as I just said. I definitely have seen huge improvements overall with the LDN. But as I mentioned just a little while ago, that I feel like just recently with the heat wave, I have had like a little uptick of some of my symptoms. It could be from cutting the Klonopin though. I do believe the Klonopin has a lot to do with my symptoms because tolerance of Klonopin lines right up with almost all the things that you get from Lyme disease. So it's one of those, how do you know? How do you know? You know the old story, well, this is going to be a long vlog. Pastor tells us, the farmer goes over to the neighbor goes over to his farmer's house and says, what's going on? And he said, my son fell off his horse. And he goes, oh, that's horrible. And he goes, how do you know? Next day comes over and he goes, what's going on? He goes, well, they just were drafting all the boys my son's age, but he didn't get drafted because he fell off the horse and hurt himself. Oh, well, that's good news. Well, how do you know? I won't go on, but you can just add on to that. Then he comes back, and when all the guys that got drafted got plots of land for free because and my son didn't, and anyways, the story, so it's how do you know? How do you know what is what? Klonopin, Lyme disease. I do know swollen lymph nodes. Some of my symptoms had nothing to do with the Klonopin, but some of them did. And if you're on Klonopin, you gotta know that that's part of your problem. That is definitely part of your problem. If you are on any benzodiazepine for a long period of time, and that's anything over 9 weeks, anything over actually 8 weeks, you are a long-term user and you are having problems with it. It's a given. It's so sad and it's so scary because getting off of it is literally hell. So the Lord has been gracing me and giving me, empowering me to get through this. As scared as I am, I'm petrified to cut anymore. I don't even know how I will function, and I'm not in any time period right now of doing such a thing. I'm just proud of myself that I cut it down the way I did. So that's that. Our weather is really cruddy. It's sprinkling, but it's not thunder and lightning, so when the kids get here, they still can go out in the pool because they love to swim in the rain. it's even more fun because it's like, it's got to be like 87 out right now. It's muggy and hot and sticky and so just wanted to pop in and let you guys know how I'm doing, and I'm doing. Praying for you, Lord willing. I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye.